birthday. Shout out to everybody over the weekend. I do apologize. I did not tell you what the almanac said. The weekend was for Aries. So if you had somebody who was coming off like they were on their boss thing, they were a bit snappy, more delegation happened. They actually had more direction and actually had more things for you to do. It was Aries season over the weekend. I apologize. It was Aries for Saturday and Sunday. The 29th and the 30th is covered by Taurus. So, you know who's naturally next. Yeah, it's Gemini. So, Gemini, we will be bringing in the year with the Gemini moon, and the energy will be in Gemini for the 2 days going into the New Year. So, it looks like New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we're going in to Gemini, and we're welcoming the year with the duality of change. Not so much as forget who you actually are. We're going into changed behavior, changed reaction, changed results, and if we happen to be so lucky, some changed attitudes, okay? So yeah, this is what it looks like. Remember, 2026 is the year of the horse, it's the year of the stallion. Yes, yes, yes. It's tea, it's giving tea, it's giving tea. So, with that being said, I just got off of look, I've been taking in information, of course. So here's what I've gotten. Here's what I would have gotten and I've taken. The confliction thing that I've been picking up on for weeks is not just male energy, it's female energy. It's like some women, and they hide under like spirituality. They they're involved in the church and they want that to be the image, but honestly they have some underlying things that they're not so quite sure about. There's one that's in church because she feels like she's supposed to be in church in order to do right, but she doesn't have the purest of thoughts. Now, we don't know how that goes for everybody, right? Then there's another, and she's actually been confused about her sexuality for a long, long time, even having kids and all sorts of things. And the reason why she's actually reached the age of 50 without having a good relationship is because she's not really addressing the elephant in the room with her. Yeah, she knows she is, but she just would rather just do what she thinks is right. Snapshot sniper. That's your handle and you call me that. Okay, that's what's up. Good morning and how are you today, Stephen Elliott? Now, yeah, so, and then there's one that's the mother figure, and she's so overbearing that she believes what she's doing is right, even though it's probably unintentionally, but learned behavior. But yeah, she's so overbearing and she's a spiritual bully that she doesn't understand that there's bigger fish to fry. I mean, it's bad when you embezzle, you're willing to steal, you're willing to hire a hitman, and you hide information, and you definitely are part of tax fraud or something. It's something with numbers, but whatever that is. I was just watching Saucy Santana, and I was laughing because they were saying something about him begging, and I mean, isn't that what they say women do on the internet thing all day? And then he has on the same like hairs that women's be having on and the nails and everything. And they say he be begging on the internet all day. And I've never watched the man, but I've seen some reactions to some of his videos, and that's what they be saying. And I don't know, but that's what they be saying. And I don't follow them, but that's what they be saying. But I know a few men like that, but they're not on the internet and they're not that flamboyant, but that's what they be saying. And that's what they be doing. They're not that flamboyant, but that's what they be saying. And that's what they be doing. I don't know why this messy energy is coming out. I'm nearly sweating. Oh, are you trying to actively do that while I'm on the screen? Ooh, I've had someone try to do that before, but it's crazy because you have to have somebody that's extremely neurotic and extremely wanting to keep power, so they won't release anything. So I don't know. I don't know. We can do that. I'd love to be tagged in that because mental health is very much so an issue that we have to address, and we have to address it every 3 years because it changes and it evolves depending on. Because look, we have the people who try to adapt to the behaviors because they're going to use it as an active excuse for the egregious things that they've given themselves license to do. And then we had to do it for the people, the victims of them, the would be mental people who have adapted these things in hopes of mirroring a symptom or two, and then take advantage of either the system, the judges, the courts, and things of that nature. They'll take advantage, especially with the upcoming big fraud crisis in healthcare, especially when it comes to FEMA and the distribution of the food given to the kids and things of that nature. Like, mental health is definitely a thing that needs to be handled, and it needs to be handled maybe more often than every 3 years because it's a very evolving thing. And the more pills we throw at it, it changes that too. Because I found out that a very popular brand of Kepra, this is something that I know, and this is something that I've personally experienced, a popular brand of Kepra. Now, if you are a actively I guess you want to say menstruating female, and you are taking Kepra, you're actively taking what is it? I don't know if it what they call it, lacosamide or whatever, and you're actively taking Kepra, you definitely need to have the talk with your neurologist, because there is a situation in where there's a contraindication of Kepra that would cause small psychosis during that time of the month. And if chemically triggered, it could cause an issue. So why are you here? You got up to say Lionsky. Hi, you pointless joke of a blob of skin. Hi, why are you here? Oh, bless your heart. Whose profile picture did you steal? Oh, bless it, bless it. No, you're not kidding. You're an actual jerk. Good morning. Happy morning to the jerk. Anyway, I don't care. See how that works? I don't give a F. Anyway, so there's a jerk or not that wears the color light blue, or he wears like Dolce Gabbana cologne, and block the thought. If it's you, don't be mad. At least they know how you at least they know how you feel. At least you know how they feel. So if you wake up in the morning and you're blocked, you're the thought. Anyway, it's so funny. The new calendar year. So it's not going to be New Year's. It's going to be the new calendar year, okay? Because spring equinox is the actual new year. That's for the ones who know. If you want to keep it the way that the new calendar year starts, then so be it. It's not. It's happy new calendar. It's not. The new year is in spring for me. Okay, so yeah, and it's celebrity chaos, and it's really good. Sometimes it's good that the celebrities are coming over and jumping on. Really, it would be nice if the celebrities didn't just come and make their own channels. It would be nice if they actually thank you, if they actually tag some of the creators and made it like a collab. Because let's just keep it a buck. We've definitely, I would. Now, let's keep it a buck. We definitely, we've made the entertainers. We've given them a platform. We've given them our attention, our loyalty. We've gone to see their movies. We paid in the box office. We paid for tickets. Some of us still go to concerts. Me, it's got to be a special situation for me to go to a concert. People give me anxiety. It's too many, because it's too much duality in the fact that some people are really creeps. But yeah, so with that being said, when the celebrities come over to a platform that is civilian led, I'm going to say it like that, usually by us regular people, it's good that they bring, attention to the algorithm, but a lot of the times they forget that they were the inspiration behind a lot of the creators creating their own platform, was because there's a chance for, I don't even know you. Now, there's a chance for there's a chance to get discovered on our platforms, in which these stars have already been discovered by producers, filmmakers, us, and they've inspired us to a certain extent. So when the celebrities who we've already deemed to be signed and already be linked in, they come over to the platforms and they don't give back. Yeah, I know my sons. They wear Spider-Man material all the time. They're Spider-Man. Now, yeah. You did see the multiverse, didn't you? Now, anyway, yeah. So when they come over, it would be good if they kind of like tried to collab with more creators. And, because let's just say they've already got a platform. It's just sad when they don't use their platform well, and they've got to come over to a place where we're trying to get over to where they are. So it's like, it gets a little weird, when you see someone who basically has already monumentally looked down on the so-called little people, and then you get onto your YouTube, and then damn, you got to scroll by the person who thinks you're the little person. And very often they use their flex on this channel to kind of knock you out of the way, especially if you're kind of similar, or you actually have talent that doesn't involve like a synthesizer or a bunch of buttons, a switchboard. So be careful with being strong on by people who deem themselves already established, and they just don't want you to get established. That is the biggest crab in the barrel, and you don't have to be in Maryland for it. Okay? Call me Obey. Not Salt Bay. Obey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy calendar year. Who is you? I want to know what your name is. It's really not fair because I don't really research everybody behind all of these thumbnails and stuff. I don't, because it's like, you're not. You can't count 1, 2, 3. Shoot. You're the only one saying something at the time, because some people do like to observe. Some people go to movies and things of that nature. They do. I wonder what Alex is doing. We are having a great weekend. I'm waiting for this boy to go back down on the trampoline, because yesterday we spent like a lot of time in the basement. I was doing laundry, and he was on the trampoline, and he has a great time. But that boy is getting tall very, very fast. I'm going to have to move. I'm going to have to move. And I already wanted to move, but the fact that he's getting so tall, and the fact that his head is going to start hitting that ceiling very, very soon. Alex is so tall. He's not even 8 yet, and he's 4 feet, just about 4 feet. Like that's an issue. He's just about 4 feet. Like he's like a couple of inches from being 4 feet. Thank you for saying it the way I like it. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to do some pink tarot and maybe some astro matrix. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to break down. Don't say then goodbye. You want to go back? Goodbye. Have a great day. See, you built me up for a good fight and then leave. Chump. Yeah, save that for when you come back. I called you a chump. Anyway. There's always something exciting around this house. So I've got Psalms 23, and I'm going to break it down before we go into our tarot. So this is a great breakdown, and I'm glad I came across this. I've got so many like nice tidbits all over the house. Okay, so let's start off with this, because I know some of you have not done the Lord's Prayer in a while, so let's break it down. The Lord is my shepherd. That's a relationship. That's the first line. I shall not want. That is supply. Supply and demand. Because you be wanting stuff and you be asking. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. That's rest. Sometimes you need to sit down and you need to smell the flowers, feel the grass, because you get damn delusional sometimes. He leadeth me beside the still waters. That's refreshment because some of us get thirsty in life. Sometimes we want so much. We want this attention. We want that girl. We want that guy. We want that purse. We want that car. We want that. Set your butt down. Gather your resources. Do you really need that? In the long run, what will it really serve? Or will this put you in a situation to create more karmic debt? Sometimes God didn't make you perfect for a reason. I think this is why he didn't give me perfect feet, because he knew I would have been awful. I told my son that. I said the reason why God didn't make you tall is because you would have been a shithead. You've basically got a borderline personality now. But if you actually were tall, you'd be a real freaking jerk. And I mean, honestly, the reason why God doesn't make some of us perfect is because he know what we gonna do with it. He didn't give you that car because he knew he was gonna crash into that wall because you're dumb. Hi, grastuche. Hey, I said thank you. Good morning. Hi, Russia. Thank you for coming back. I was practicing that pronunciation for someone from Russia. Grastuche. Rising. Good morning, grandstand. Bitch rising. Beauty rising. Good morning, loves and lovers. Let's get back to the thing. He restoreth my soul. That's healing. Because sometimes I'm doing well. How are you? How's the weather? And I hope your holiday was well. I am in the DMV. I am located in Maryland, and I'm doing well. So yes, he leadeth me in the path of righteousness. That's guidance. Now, the thing about guidance is you can either take it or you don't. And we can see what's evident on who took what. For his name's sake, that part. And that's purpose. The reason why you say for his name's sake, God, for his name's sake, is sometimes you need to realize that the God in you, sometimes you have to love yourself. And loving yourself is loving the God in you, because God put everything in you. And when he say for his name's sake, a lot of times we say for his name's sake because, let's just see, human nature, we need tangibles. We learn words, and the words program us to think a certain way. So a lot of times words are put together a certain way so that they can gain a certain reaction or a certain result. But when I say for his name's sake, know that that's just the purpose. You want to make sure God is in all your thoughts, because that means that you have thought of yourself. You've thought of making a space for yourself. The God in you, your higher self. Okay, let's go. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. That's the testing. That's the testing. Now, what we don't understand is, should I tell him? Should I tell him? The valley of the shadow of death is the life that we're living on this earth. And you cannot pass it because, hey, you've been birthed. B-E-R-T-H. You have been birthed. Just like marine lingo, that sort of thing. B-E-R-T-H. Read it up. Google it. Okay, so you've been birthed. You've been birthed into this life. And this is the valley of the shadow of death, because if you don't do any shadow work, the shadows will catch up with you and they will get you. So you have to be able to walk through the valley of the shadow of death without the shadows overtaking you, or with you noticing and acknowledging your shadow and being able to do the shadow work. This is how you escape a lot of traps that have been set for you all your life. And you have to get through this to get through the other side. And that's why it's great when a person expires of natural causes, because they've actually managed to walk the walk. And this is what they say when they say that this person has lived a full life. It doesn't matter the number, it's the way you go. You understand? And a lot of times, a lot of people leave by the hands of other people, and this is something that we're desperately trying to make less of. Wouldn't it be nice if we had a whole year where nobody passed due to someone else's devices, thoughts, actions, things of that nature? What if we started all passing by natural causes again? That would be a thing. Ugh, I don't know. But yeah, let's get back to it. I will fear no evil. That's protection. Sometimes your confidence, sometimes your knowledge, sometimes your proximity and the fact that you are the lack thereof can be your protection. That's why you have to learn discernment. You have to learn discernment so that you can protect yourself or you can be protected. Sometimes you can't protect yourself, so you have to put yourself in a situation in which you can be protected. But you also have to remember that sometimes some people will remove your protection, and some people will know that you are there, they are your protection, and they will try to leverage it. So then you have to be knowledgeable enough to know that at some point you need to be your own protection. And sometimes your own protection does not look like, a pew pew, whatever, whatever. Sometimes it looks like your brain. Sometimes it looks like your knowledge. Sometimes it looks like your awareness, and your willingness to lead and your boundaries. Those things can be protection. For thou art with me. That's faithfulness. And a lot of times in this world, when you put so much faith in a human being, that's the problem. Is because when you put faith in a human being, a lot of people say, I can't trust them as far as I can throw them. And that's right. A lot of people you can't trust when they're out of your sight. But you know who you are supposed to be able to trust? God. Because he's never in your sight. So you have to have blind faith. And a lot of us are not able to do that. And if you can't have blind faith for that, then how can you apply it to a human being, right? Especially if this person has to work all the time. This person has to travel. Are you faithful enough to keep your faith in that person when they're there and when they're gone? Because we already know how faithful you be to God because you don't see him. So you think he's not seeing, so you're not faithful to him. So if you can't be faithful to an all-seeing, omniscient being that can or cannot be there when you don't know, then, we got to think about that when we're applying that to other human beings. And then it's crazy because you'll get a person that knows that they have a faithful person. They'll hold them to that faith while actively not holding themselves to any faith, to anything. They're like, well, you already knew I didn't get down like that, but you did. So I wasn't looking at that for you. It's unfair. That's unfair. And when you see a person operates like that, do not try to change that person because that change is not going to happen. If they don't want to behave and they knew how to behave, they're not going to behave. Just walk away, leave it alone, pack it up. It's an L, whatever. In the box, a loser. You got an L7 in the box. Okay, so yeah, that's that. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. That's discipline. Now see, thy rod and thy staff, for a long time, we keep thinking that we need capital punishment, in which, hey, since we've learned it, some of us have applied capital punishment. But isn't it better when you can discipline yourself? You don't get a chance to resent people, or the person doesn't get a chance to resent you because you're able to go in and check yourselves. And that's how you get through the valley of the shadow of death. I'm just saying, those shadows will jump on you if you're not able to discipline yourself. Yeah, odorless, tasteless, no symptoms. Might be at the doctor's, might be at the clinic, might got to get that needle, might got to go get locked down. But that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't discipline yourself. You actually put yourself in a situation to where someone on the outside of you has to discipline you. When in Rome, Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. That's hope. That's something for you to look forward to. You know that eventually everyone who did you bad, and this is why you need to have blind faith, you know that eventually everyone who did you bad is going to have to see you win. and it's inevitable. It's basically, it doesn't have to be a big thing. Someone who wanted to see you not smile has to see you smile one day. Somebody who didn't want to see you eat will see your belly full one day. You know what I'm saying? People will look for your downfall for whatever reason, or want to see you in a bad situation for whatever reason, but hopefully they're not too invested, because that when they really do see you up, that will drive their butts crazy. As much as I'd like to say, because it sounds good, that I hate to see it happen, hell no. Get me some damn popcorn, because the fact that you wanted to see me shed it means that shit's gonna be tea when that shit backfires on you. Tea with the pinky up. Hold up, where's my cup? Yeah, this again. Oh, because you wanted to see me fall. Tea. So yeah, I ain't gonna say that I'm not petty enough to watch. I ain't gonna stare and I ain't gonna look for it. But why did you want to see me fall again? Oh yeah, that hole fits you just nicely. You knew how to dig it. So yeah, thou anointest my head with oil. That's consecration. That's the crown. That's when God really, really blesses you with discernment. Is when you really, you seek to be good with Him. It's not always about going through the motions. Alex says good morning. I don't want to roar right now. Give me a minute. Okay, I gotta do the roar. I'm Shrek, I guess. Roar! 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 My bad, I had to do the roar. So yeah, that's consecration. He anoints my head with oil. Sometimes He anoints your head with oil. Is the knowledge, it's discernment, it's the sight. It's the sight. The oil that turns the cogs in your head, that makes the clock tick tock, tick tock. And once you get that going, woo! So my cup runneth over. That's abundance. So when your cup runneth over, that you know that you're getting blessed, and that's the fruit of your labor. So when people see that you've got enough love in your heart that you can smile on the outside, that you can actually be forgiving, that you can actually have a conversation and be understanding, that is your abundance right there. It's not always about money. It's about the love and the openness of your heart and the receiving of blessings. And sometimes you get parking karma, and sometimes you just get shopping karma. You get the shopping cart, the best one, and you get it for free. Sometimes abundance just looks like ebb and flow. It looks like you're free to move about your life and be happy about it. That is when your cup can really run over. It's when you can actually be happy for someone else. You don't think of things to bring other people down. The only thing in your mind is solutions, solutions, and solutions. You're not taking on any stress. You're not taking on any gossip. You're not taking on any chaos. You are bypassing it because you're getting through it. Hi, I got to do the roar. I usually try to do these things while he's eating, but he ate fast this morning. We had a lot. I've got to do the roar a lot this morning. I'm almost done, baby. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and that is blessing. You know a person is blessed when ain't no stress on them. They ain't running around trying to run around trying to mess with nobody. They not, they doing well, and they doing well for themselves and their children or whoever's around them. They're not running around trying to start chaos and making people angry for no good reason. I'm gonna get you, boy. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord. That's security, knowing that you are protected. What do you mean? Am I serious? Have you been listening? I'm doing the Lord's Prayer, Psalms 23. Catch up, get into it. Definitely. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord, because the Lord is your shield and your buckler. See, when you actually stand on these things and actually stand on righteousness, and you want to eat it, Yeah, so yeah, definitely. Your security. He does have your back. See, y'all be looking for a whole bunch of other, y'all be looking for some like tangible stuff. But I'm telling you, when he has your back, those things don't prosper. You find out who's lying on you, and you don't even find out by like looking for it. It just falls into your lap. Like you pop on the news and you see you see your hater, your favorite hater going to jail, or you see him on the news for things of that nature. I wouldn't even eat KFC, but I'm glad you put me at least as a manager. I don't go to KFC. I don't even like their chicken. Do you like the and it is somebody on here that really like hoes, but they act like they like good girls. But if you like hoes, you like hoes. I mean, you like women like your mom. It's okay. Some moms were hoes, and that's how you got here. You must got a lot of KFC managers in your family to try to like put me in with them, but they don't know me. And that is funny. What's crazy is I love it when I meet men that only have like those chicks in their family, and then they meet me and they're like they trying to find a way to connect with me via the chicks in their family. I ain't never been one of them. You ain't never been around none of them. It's obvious because of how you come out your mouth. So yeah, forever, that's eternity. Forever and ever, that's at the end. Face it, God is crazy about all of us, whether we're crazy about him or not, because he gives us a chance all the time. Even a piece of shit. He lets them get here. He lets them, wake up. Because there's a chance and there's free will. He gives you enough chance, and there's always warning before destruction. So I pay attention spiritually. If things are energetically not going right, maybe you're not on the right side of things, In order to believe in vampires, you would actually have to believe in unicorns, which means that you would actually have to believe in God. Do you believe in God? You ain't even believe in Jesus. You ain't got a Jesus piece. I'm like multitasking, and I'm sweating because I've nonstop been tickling this child since I've been talking trash to you. He's so funny. This little boy likes watching cooking shows. He's been watching some really awesome cakes and things of that nature. I really hope he retains some of this stuff because these recipes look good, and I want to try them with him when he gets big enough to be on the stove. Go away, Alex. Go away, Alex. Alex. He's so fun in the morning. And then he snuck in my room last night because I think his room is cooler than mine's because it is cooler than mine's. My room gets freaking hot. And for some reason, we did a switcheroo. He ended up sleeping in my room, and I ended up sleeping in his room. I love having it this way. It's the freedom for me. Why aren't you downstairs? You just came in and started harassing me. He loves it. I think he's starting to get the gist of me being live, and he likes to be a part of it. And I like that because he's changing as he's getting older, which is great. I think he's definitely developing very well. So yes, that was about our prayer. I thought this was pretty special, just like you. What is most valuable is not what we have in our lives, but who we have in our lives. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of the time I've been just trying to preach connectivity so that we all just don't disconnect. Get it? A lot of us are choosing to stay single for various reasons, our journey, our experiences, and the bad situations that have happened and the not so pleasant situations that have happened. And I get it. But also there are some people who, they need people in life, and it's not just romantically. I think we're too focused romantically, and we're not focused enough on just being. We can't just be anymore. it's just too much focus on the romantic aspect of it. I think the romantic aspect naturally comes and goes with, everyday's life choices. But what we can't escape is connectivity. We have to be on this rock with other people. We have to be on this rock with other species. We have to be here. Um, it's just it's in nature. It's feels better. Oh, sorry to hear that. It feels better when you have someone to talk to. Like here. Of course, I don't mind when there's nobody here because I'm pre-recording and eventually someone comes across it because I know I get up in some weird hours. But there are also people who want to talk and want to interact at this time in the morning. And I saw a TikTok where this guy was like, I don't got nobody to talk to 3 o'clock in the morning. And I mean, this is why these platforms do exist, because some people are lonely at 3 o'clock in the morning and they would be, oh, I'm so sorry. And they would be, Alex, give me a minute, please. And, they need some type of support, even though it's not direct support. It's not like they're up and they don't have anything to take their mind off of certain situations. It's just that when you get too engulfed and you start having these cognitive dissonance with other people that don't know you exist and you want them to invest, and then the thing turns crazy and weird. But there are people that just need someone. They need to know that there's life out there. They need someone to relate to. They need to know that someone's crying just like them. They need to know that someone's stressed out about housework. They need to know that someone else is stressed out about their weird, partner relationship. Some people just come to just create community that they would ever, they wouldn't have anywhere else, because let's just keep it a buck. Like in the last 20 years, intimate relationships have become complex for no good reason. And I'm not saying intimate like to have the dude nasty. Alex, you have to give me a break. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not saying that to give to be everything needs to be into the nasty, but we just have a hard time just hugging. We have a hard time saying hi. We have a hard time moving out of the way on the curb because we have some spatial difference to prove. We don't like to scoot over in the aisles. I see people in cars that don't want to drive it within the lines because they deem their car better or whatever. It's like, if we can't be normal side by side, like we can't be like playground friends anymore. Our kids are learning how to be messed up playground friends already. Like as soon as before they even get on the playground with the shits. Like we used to actually have to learn about the shits somewhere between elementary and middle school. No, we actually have kids straight on the playground trying to be mom, dad, Pip C, Diddy, what's the chick that runs Zeus Network, Lamel. We have these little babies not only trying to dress like these idiots, but we have them acting like these idiots straight in the sandbox in kindergarten. Some of y'all kids in kindergarten act this way. And I'm trying to tell you, like, jump off what porch? We used to have a saying about it's not even jumping off the porch. They coming out the womb like what it is. Where's the block? Where's the OnlyFans? And I blame us because we've given them early access. We allow our kids to come home saying, well, they got cell phones. We can't have a cell phone. We've done all that. Personally, I think little girls wearing as much spandex as they've been wearing, it's a diabolical. I wasn't allowed to like dye my hair until I got like 19. Tracks and fake hair, like I remember that there was a rule. You gonna wear your kitchen naps because that's how guys used to could tell you was Now it's not even safe for you to have kitchenettes because the guys are actually going for your kitchenettes because they're saying, oh, you young enough not to take care of your hair, so you young enough for me not to have to take care of you. I'm going to send you back home to your parents after I mess your life up. We have all of this going on. So pardon me if I'm trying to direct us back to a simpler time and a simpler place with a few behavioral changes, with a few, not even changes, behavioral awareness. Because if you're aware of the green light, red light, if you are aware to hide things, that means you know that it possibly was wrong. It's certain things that, we need to pull up on. Thank you. And that's been a part of the TED Talk. So I say. if I had it, if I could, if I had the right camera and the right equipment, I'd actually keep you guys with me every so often for a few hours just to see how I really, really am. Because I know I say things throughout the day that should be said to a lot of people. It's just that I forget to talk to you because I don't talk to you guys. Don't want to. You get tired of people like purposely trying to misunderstand you. All right, so water signs came out first. Ace of Cups. Big abundance. It feels Cancery. It might be Pisces. It's Pisces. I'm wiggling it like it's a fish. All right, Pisces, let's do it. Let's start off with Pisces. How are we? Good morning, Pisces. Pisces energy, okay? Pisces is a curious thing, okay? They're a fishy sign, they're a water bowl sign, and a lot of times when they're right, they're cool about it. When they're wrong, they're neurotic about it, and a lot of times they'll get a little divisive because a lot of times Pisces does not like to be wrong. They'd like to paint the picture and where they're right, but hey, that's what a Pisces is. Remember, Pisces is a cousin to a Cancer, and Cancers are what? Crybaby thugaholics. And then a Scorpio is also a water sign, and what is a Scorpio? A passionate thug. Passionate. All of them lie though. South Node, North Node. All of them have their reasons for lying as well. A Scorpio might lie for survival. A Cancer's just gonna lie because you're listening. A Pisces is gonna lie to manipulate things. They all have their reasons, right? Be mindful, be mindful. So let's do this, Pisces. So we've got an Ace of Cups. The Pisces sees a nice opportunity. It looks juicy, it looks moist, it looks abundant, it looks overflowing. So they're looking at it and they're plotting on it and they're going to take a dive in it. In my Trey Songz voice. Dive in it. All right, so Pisces, are you going to take a dive in it or what? What are you going to take a dive into? All righty, Pisces. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups, and that's an equal offer. There's an offer, so are you going lateral to the clearance rack or are you trying to go up? Are you going to F up or are you going to F down? That is up to you, Pisces. Are you going to F up or are you going to F down? This is the remedy. So are you trying to fix your life with a relationship? I don't think you should. If you're trying to fix your life with a relationship, back up, stop, back up, because it's on. I'm just saying. We know this is the season of the homosexuals, and I actually took a walk to the gas station, and it's freaking cold. My fingers are cold, so if your dick is in the dirt, it's freezing. And you're going to try your best to get into a relationship with somebody. I hope she's listening. I hope she's listening well. There is a celebration being had. I don't know if it's because you're getting out of the house or you're leaving in the house or somebody put you out and they're happy they've got their space back. Let's see what you did. Oh, shit. You got put out. I'm so sorry that energy just jumped. Okay, you got put out. Somebody got put out. Somebody got put out. Somebody said, I'm done. All right, so as we see here, somebody looks very happy that somebody is going. This is a poor homosexual. Didn't I say it's cold outside? I hope they've got gloves, and if you did, give them a blanket. Hey, KFC manager person, Prison dude. Prison cheeks. Oh, shit. God damn it. You somebody wife in there? Do they got you on a hibachi grill? Because I saw something. I saw something last night where it was not evil folks, because that was a song. Bill Frenzy, shout out to Bill Frenzy, not evil folks. Oh, gosh. Honey Henry. Prison cheeks. Lord have mercy. That boy didn't took that boy's manhood. Jesus Christ. How long was you in there tortured? Was you giving it up, or were you there just for the stay? You were the cheeks for the stay. Lord have mercy. I say a prayer later on for your cheeks, all right? Back door probably blown so wide open, get a car in there, probably limousine. Oops, my bad. I pray you keep it tight, all right? Room probably smell like new car fuel. The spoke kind. Anyway, back to my Pisces. All right, so there's a homosexual and there's abundance. There's an offer. So let's just make sure that you're not taking in someone that is going to run up your bills, because you are the remedy. Apparently, you're fixing this person's life if you let them. Or on the reverse side, they're glad you're gone. It's happiness and you're out in the cold. All right. So I see even in this Pisces energy, I see Cancer and Taurian. So you're being thrown out by either a Cancer or a Taurus, or you are the Cancer and the Taurus and the Pisces has to go. Take what resonates. This is so freaking funny. So you tried to get over. Someone tried to get over in this homing situation. It's too cold to be acting up. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, Pisces, let's get you out of here. All right, so let's go. So after Pisces, we are now approaching... Is it Aries? Yes, Aries. Hi, good morning, Aries. Step in, or don't. It doesn't matter, because I'm still going to do it. All right. Good morning, Aries. You son of a gun. You had the weekend, and I hope you did something right with your weekend, because I know you ran your mouth. I had like a small little snap. So someone was very snippy and snappy over the weekend, and they didn't mind what they said. They probably didn't mind until the last word left their mouth, and then maybe they regretted it. Okay. So we've got this 5 of Pentacles. Again, someone is in danger of either being put out, or someone is... They're thinking about leaving. It's someone that's actually thinking about leaving. They're like, fuck the code. I'd rather be out there than in here heated with you. All right. So there's a death and transformation. So maybe there is someone who's saying, I don't care what you got. I'm about to leave. You're not going to keep leveraging this on me. And the Empress. So they are pregnant with an idea. There is an idea, or somebody is pregnant and they still going to leave. So somebody's definitely changing the way that they see things. They're changing their way of life, or they're going to change addresses. They are going to change. Something has to change. They're tired out in the cold, or they're tired of being left out in the cold, or they're tired of being kept out of the loop. Sometimes when you get left out of the cold, somebody is not telling you the information that you need to know in order to exist peacefully. So this is triggering a death and a transformation. This might be triggering a breakup, a relocation, or this might be triggering the conversation that we need to see what this information is. Either way, someone is either pregnant with an idea, an opportunity, or a child. Congratulations if you are. Just, I hope you navigate this thing well, because this is the world that we used to have. It's very, very difficult time to be having kids. However, if you are blessed, I hope you are not stressed and you have everything that you need to bring your wonderful bundle of joy into this world. Okie dokie. And that was for Aries. Remember, Aries, in Aries season, that's when I'm expecting for you to actually find a better situation for yourself. If you're already in a situation, hopefully you guys are able to navigate into a better environment. Okay. Taurus, step up. Let's go. Taurus, let's go. Here we go. Bully. All right, Taurus, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Cups and we have an opportunity. So you might be either thinking about traveling or changing your situation. There's something that you need to change. You're meditating. I suggest you do more meditating, okay, Taurus? That is for you, okay? And then there's justice on the board. So either there is karma being exacted to you or people around you, or you're starting to be aware of a karmic situation. You have to balance your head over heart or heart over head. Either way, it's kind of looking like things are trying to even out for you because this is Libra energy. Things are trying to balance out for you, Taurus, but you have to also seek your own justice. Sometimes you need to actually be aware of what's unfair and what is fair for you. A lot of times people will manipulate you and you won't know. So if your intuition, if your third eye is being blocked, you will not know how to get your justice because you'll just be flailing around because you don't know what you're doing. And then you have the idea of the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is Scorpio energy, which means you're very passionate about these opportunities and these cups. You see them, there's an opportunity for a house abundance, there's a love offer, there's a chance for party, there's a chance for riches, there is a chance, but there is a snake, there is a chance for manipulation, there are things going on. So there's the Seven of Cups. There's justice and there's the Seven of Cups. You're going to have to be able to clear your mind and use your discernment, because while you have opportunities here, there is justice on the board. Let's pull the third card to see what the advice is. All right, so the Empress came out, which is a 3 energy. It's feminine energy. So if you are a male Taurus, there's someone seeking justice. It might be on you or through you. There is someone seeking justice. That is the idea. If you are a female Taurus, the opportunity is coming. You're manifesting right now and the opportunity is coming to come forward. Either you're going to get pregnant, get into a new relationship, get a new job, or you're going to find something out that's going to create a big opportunity for you. It's something coming that's going to be revealed to you that's going to create a big opportunity to it. If you're a female Taurus, you've dreamed about it. You have visions of it. You envision it. If you're a male Taurus, there are things that you have to handle in order to get to your accomplishment and your opportunity. Hope that helps, Taurus. Hey, good morning. Thank you. Oh, wow. It was a definite transformation coming out after that if I would have pulled 4 cards for you, Taurus. So you're definitely on a brink of a change. You're on a brink of a change, whether it's man or female. You're on a brink of a change right now. This is your season. If you're a Taurus, Gemini cusp. Change is inevitable for you because the end of this month is today is a Taurus day. Tomorrow is a Gemini day. So right now your manifestation is very potent right now. So this is the time for you to cleanse your energy, put forth good intentions, and act on them. You will be successful. Okay. With that being said, let's get into Gemini. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Hi, my loves and my loves. Hello, how are you? Happy Tuesday. I do 12 signs on Tuesdays and Thursdays because I don't like when my mouth goes dry because I'm talking so long. So Tuesday and Thursday is the days for that. Right? Hopefully everybody caught my my reading of Inside Gossip on Christmas. I did read that. So stop looking, idiot. Anyway, so yeah. I did do the whole reading, but I didn't read the parts that would get me flagged since the book is pretty much racy when it comes to that part. The explicit parts were very explicit and very visual. So if you do get a chance to pop over to Amazon or Rose Dog Bookstore or Barnes and Nobles, you can pop on and get my book Inside Gossip by Alexis Sisco and read up. I need you to catch up before this other book comes out because I'm telling you, you're going to be stuck in it for a while. Trust me. And Prison Cheeks. Oh my God. Prison Cheeks. You might want to read that book, Prison Cheats, because you're going to love the second one. Oh my gosh. It's so good. And Lyric Cheeseborough, since you have that corny name, I'm going to say, yeah, get my book because you might be a character in it, you know? And by the way, the gang stalking is working so very well. I cannot wait for the other half. Ugh. Woo! Especially if it's a hater that really just wants my life. Like, just come get my bills. That's like the half of it, okay? Because I'm tired of paying them. All right? I'm tired. So if you'd like to do that, if you want my life, start with the hard parts first, okay? Woo! Gemini, let's go, babes. And we've got the Magician for Gemini. How are you? Good morning. Hi. Hi, twin. How are you? So we've got the Magician, which means that you actually have everything you need to make your life what it needs to be. Be it if you want to be a singer, be a singer. If you want to be an artist, be an artist. Get your paint, get your brushes. If you want to work, fill out that application and do what's supposed to be done for the policies. It looks like you can basically go where you need to go as long as you can follow the rules and stay within the guidelines. You are free to move how you'd like to move, Gemini. Then you've got the Seven of Wands, which means you've created such boundaries and you're willing to pop in with a stick. You're willing to get it. And the sun is there, so there's a light in your way. You're guided by the light. Blinded by the light. They were blinded by the light. Yeah. Now here I go again, say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? It's only right that you should play the way you feel it. Well, listen carefully to the sound of loneliness, like a heartbeat that drives you mad, and the stillness of memories of what you had and what you love. And what you had and what you love. Oh, thunder only happens when it's raining. Oh, women only love you when they're playing. Yeah, I changed it. Women only love you when they're playing. And women, they will come and they will go. And when the rain washes you, baby, clean, you'll know. But really the lyric goes, and players only love you when they're playing. But honestly, since you guys had played a lot of women to death, they've started playing you. So you guys have kind of messed the game up for yourselves. You've done it so much. And it's the same thing as, like, you know, how they kept trying to say us in slavery. Like, they got upset because they felt like they did so many things to us so much that eventually we would take up and act like them. Yeah, well, I think it's kind of like the same for the women in this whole gender war thing we got going on. I think we ought to put down the arms. I think we should start waving the white flag sometime soon, because none of us are going to be winning. They're going to be very much casualties of war. Don't say I didn't warn you. Anyway, with the third card for Gemini. Gemini has cut everybody off. Hold up. Applause, lip gloss. Because what the hell? Somebody really upset. And I just put it out there. Somebody upset that I cut them off. And I'm talking about me. Somebody is upset that I cut them off. And it's about Gemini Collective. But honestly, this one feels a little personal. All right. So I cut off my family for a lot of reasons. Okay. I cut y'all off because y'all don't listen. Y'all lie. And y'all let a lot of stuff happen to me and nobody was protective of me. But y'all always seem fit to ask me to do stuff for y'all. That's why I cut y'all off. I don't like defamation of character. I don't like nobody lie on me. I can't stand for somebody past rumors. I don't like these people who call themselves cyber stalking me, coming on here thinking that they triggering something when really they just let me know how shitty people are in real life and that they're part of the whole situation. Whether they trying to make a semi ugly girl feel good so that they can get some coochie from them, which they probably don't need to, or they trying to make me not romantically attractive to other people because they think if they talk enough stuff that the stupid people will believe, when honestly it goes the other. Like, a person, the harder a person fights for you not to be seen, the more people are going to see you because they want to know why you going so hard against that person. Or an ex that's mad because they couldn't ruin my life the way that they wanted to, or they couldn't give me a STD because I don't play that shit and I see the trash that you be having sex with. And yeah, so a lot of people taking this Gemini thing personally because they tried to set me up. They tried to have somebody come in and grape me or assault me because they couldn't do it, or because they feel like they need me to have a worse situation than what they put me through so that they could feel validated in whatever they got going on. Or the one chick that been following me for years since she met me, and she can't do better, so either she gonna try to find anybody who I'm romantically and offer them some coochie. So are you trying to be the best dick sucker? Go ahead. I'm gonna clap. Save my tonsils. Anyway, so yeah, like, this is what I'm saying about this Gemini read. It's like a lot of people are angry about Gemini cutting people off, and I'm one of them Geminis that have cut a lot of people off. I cut people off because then I had one ex, this one girl. She was like, he said you crazy about him. No, he crazy. He should have just left me out that whole sentence because I don't want you back after you leave. I think that's why he's so upset. So, and I think that's why, thank you, good morning. And I think that's why my mail started getting messed up, because it's a lot of crazy men and women out here. I don't think that I'm just being like attacked and harassed by stupid racist men who can't get with the woman that they really want. I think I'm being harassed by stupid, insecure women who can't get the men that want me, or stupid, insecure women who deem themselves better than me for some reason when I don't even hold them as a standard of anything. I don't hold you as a standard of anything. I hold myself to the standard. So it's like, it's a bunch of weirdos. And then it's some people who just mad and they got money and they have things. They just don't want you to be in proximity to them, because people would be like, start comparing notes, and they'd be like, oh, well, that one do this and that one do that. So, it's crazy how people are. But if you are in Gemini, you are in a magician power. If you have Gemini in your chart, you do have the power to make your life the way that it should be. Now, if you're in a South Node, maybe you've made your life the way that you wanted it, and maybe you don't like what you made it after realizing that it hasn't amounted to much. Yeah, there are a lot of grown people out here that are still behaving in childish manners. So maybe if that's that Gemini, they understand that, yeah, they made their life the way that they wanted, but are they good with the result? Are they good with the um are they good with the character they built? Are they good with the reputation that comes with the life that they built? Because hey, some people can be in a real big mansion with real nice cars, and like they have everything, but their moral compass is ground zero. Um, they ain't got no walls, or they ding ding little, or they have low emotional intelligence, or they don't know how to cook, or they have bad hygiene, or they're just a shitty person. That has to be awful, to have everything in this world you want except a good personality. That has to be crappy. That's like prison without prison. Like, you could do everything in this world but be a good person. Yeah, that's horrible. That's gotta be horrible. You like, That's crazy. Like, you can be everything you're in this world except respectable. You can be everything in this world except liked. And there are people in this world that are like that. They can be into and they can afford everything in this world except something free, which is like, love, and respect. Now that is prison for real. Yikes. So, Gemini, create your own reality, create boundaries, and cut them off and get some sleep. You see? And look, in the armor, sleeping in the armor. Yeah, I gotta sleep in my armor because I gotta be ready because they be clown. The clowns clown 24/7. Even the ones in jail. Oh my gosh. I did not know. So I was watching, like, I watched Bill Frenzy. Shout out again to Bill Frenzy and that Astro Dior, right? You guys combo together. You guys had me laughing to the point where I couldn't even freaking breathe, right? So I was listening to the prison stories. I'm getting back to it. I'm on Gemini right now. So I'm getting to it, right? So I ain't lying to you, right? So he was telling the stories and I'm listening and like he was telling about, on the yard, he was giving the lingo and whatever. He was telling how, the tears and the deputy and all that. Right. So when he was telling the stories of how the cheek clapper and the dudes who was the civilian dudes who was supposed to be running down on the Bloods or whatever and the tear, it was like, if you ain't had no sense why he telling these stories, you forget that he talking about jail. And then you'll forget that he talking about grown men. I'm not talking about teenagers. He's talking about men ranging from 21 to, let's just say, 70. And he in there talking about they fighting over soup, green dots, the phone, Chris Brown's. I'm still trying. I think it has something to do with our cigarette or tobacco. I don't know. He's talking about Chris Brown's. He's talking about all this stuff in prison. Now, the way he talking about it, and I mean, even when he's talking about the Gap guys and how one of the Gap guys got picked by one of the infamous new inmates that moved on to the dormitory, it was crazy. And the way he was talking about it, you would think that this was a fun, normal way of life. And it's not supposed to be. Last time I checked, prison was supposed to be punishment. But they've made such a culture in there that some people actually want to go. Yeah. They've made some of the stuff that they come up with in there so palatable and requested that some people don't want to go to school. They don't want to go to college. I ain't gonna lie. Some people get a little bit better knowledge when they go to prison. Like they come out masters at scheming and manipulation and hypnosis and fraud. Like, what y'all doing in there? Like, honestly, the way they told these stories, you halfway forget that these niggas supposed to be on timeouts. They going in there and having more fun. They're having more of their way. They're getting more divisive. Like, the one story with the dude squash, if you go over there, it's a story about the dude squash. Y'all had a green dot scam where he was in there literally scamming the people that were on the outside and doing a lot of stuff on the inside that made his time long. And it just didn't seem to matter because it seemed like the shit that he was doing on the inside was keeping him more busy than what he would have been. This is why I keep I'm trying to figure. I was like, what are we really doing, America? In this prison? And what y'all putting in that dang state Kool-Aid or whatever over there? Because when he told the story, it was like, yeah, and dude actually fed the whole tier and then went on lockdown over breakfast. If you know, you know. If you listen to the stories, you listen. So back to what I was saying, and I'm still on. I'm in and out Gemini, and I'm going into Cancer. But yeah, we have a very different culture out here, and the way he told that story, you know that these do you know why them dudes rushing and going to jail, and you know they want to go to jail. We got some of these normal people out here that will not tell you that they kind of want to go to jail because some of these people that's coming out of jail is coming out with more game manipulation, get rich schemes, and all sorts of stuff than people actually going to college and actually paying for a real education. This is how a lot of cops end up becoming criminals and inmates themselves because they, at some point in time, they figure they gonna make more money on the other side. And we as a society need to really look into that. We need to look into that. Don't shoot the messenger. It's just weird. Okay. So yeah, let's go into Cancer. I don't know why I just had to go into that, but something just told me to lead into that because especially when Bill was telling that story, he was like, bitch, you don't gotta go up there, sis. You ain't gotta go up there, sis. When Horny Henry had picked the gap to go into his dormitory with him because he was like, that's how he do his bid. That's how he do his time. And the way he was acting out the gap guys, it was like, not only did he change his voice to impersonate, he changed his voice to a feminine voice to impersonate a bunch of dudes in a male dormitory. But it was just so. He was like, you ain't gotta go in there, sis. You ain't gotta go out in there, sis. Shout out to Lil Corey, the one who came in, the Gap guy who actually came out on top in that situation. Cause I was nearly in tears when I thought Lil Corey was about to get assaulted. But yeah, he came out of there very good. That was the story with Lil Corey and Horny Henry. Go over to Astro Dior. Shout out to Astro Dior. He don't know me, but I watched him, and I give props where props is due. Astro Dior. I'm trying to tell you, Bill Frenzy, Finzy, or whatever. They stories funny together, and the way they tell them prison stories, boy, you kind of sitting on the fence because you're like, what the hell? It's like it's a bunch of adults, male adults, like having a ball being locked up and like doing some real heinous. I mean, this shit ain't even supposed to be funny, but the way they tell a story, I mean, you gonna giggle. I'm just saying, they talking about fire. If you know what fire is, yeah, they like, yeah, put your D with all the lingo and what's the, shoot. They even had Star, who they called S, when they told him how to make the toilet paper rolls for the hibachi grill. Cause yeah, it was wild. I'm sure you can tell by some of the stuff that I'm saying it was wild. Like it was a real whole story, and it was funny too. I was fine. I was laughing, but really, they was in jail. That shit not supposed to be that funny. They wasn't supposed to be having that much fun doing the shit that they was doing. They really wasn't. So it's no wonder when people come out here from jail, they got all these stories. They so excited. Every time they see somebody they bunked with, yeah, and they want to go back. You got to really listen to these dudes' story. I think when people get out of jail for the first 3 or 4 months, they really shouldn't be allowed to go into regular. They need to write down all this shit, or they need to get it out. Go in automatic therapy, no freaking PO, no CO. They need to go to an assigned individual that they can tell all these stories to so that they don't come telling civilians out here in the street this shit and make them feel like that's the shit they did. Get all of it off your chest to somebody who don't want to go to prison so that you don't go telling some impressionable young person no fantasy story that you had in jail so that they don't go in there trying to be like you. Because I think that's the issue. They come out and they glamorize the fact that they made a punishment. They got, they did they bid, with a little bit of fun. But really, what is the message you passing on when you come out with all of these vibrant stories of fucking prison. Yeah, I said it the way I meant to say it. Because, like, really, we're supposed to be deterring the trip to prison. You guys are making it seem like maybe this is where I should go to get my PhD. Maybe this is where I should go to get my, my chain gang card. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know? Yeah. So, yeah. All right, Cancer, let's go. Because there might be a Cancer in there that I know. Anyway, Six of Wands, there's a celebration. So maybe, hopefully, you guys are not in there burning toilet paper rolls for the holiday. Are you guys making new calendar hibachis or hookups in there with that liquid gold? Yeah, I learned that. See what I'm saying? I learned that from a prison story. Liquid gold. That is cheese. Queso. These niggas wait till you get in jail to be all fancy. And then come out here and then I can't make no damn sardines. I'm tired of seeing them. It's not about me. It's not about me. Okay, so Page of Swords. It says a fresh perspective, Cancer. Okay, so maybe there's a celebration, fresh perspective. People are getting ready for the New Year's parties that are happening. The Big Apple will drop, and who will you cut off for New Year's? So it looks like someone has set some New Year's resolutions. Maybe you don't want to be a dummy for that man no more. Maybe you don't want to be a dummy for that woman no more, or you tired of that woman harassing you. Hi, Alex. And there's a Seven of Pentacles. There is a garden. Somebody's garden is growing. And they're trying to figure out who to garden with. All right. So you want to till your land. And you may end up tilling it by yourself. But nonetheless, you're tilling the land. And that is okay. So set your heart towards new beginnings and a new celebration of life. Maybe you're going into a new way or a new relationship. Or you're finally going to be single for a little while. That looks good on you. Maybe Cancer, you should sit this one out if you can. If you've already gotten a person, make sure you slow down and nurture your relationship. I gotta lock him out sometimes. It didn't fall. I've actually got my ponytail in the back. So thank you, boo, for paying attention, honey. I love it that you all are always in the hair. I love it. So that means when I see you out on the street, y'all gonna make sure a girly is straight. You're not gonna let me like walk by all crazy. Don't be sorry, boo. Be aware. And ooh, they got this blind shutout. Okay, so there is a blind decision having to be made. Cancer, you're going to be okay. I really feel like if you decide to hit a solo on them, I think you're going to find it easier to go into another union at some point in time, not just now. Sometimes, we got to cut loose. So this is also Leo Jupiter energy. Oh, and Taurian energy. So we've got a Cancer that's pretty much well-rounded, loves to be in the streets, love a good celebration, maybe, and can do hard work. So we've got a well-rounded Cancer here in the situation, but they have to make a decision. They have to cut things off. There are things that they have to cut off in life in order for them to go forward and be fruitful. So Cancer, whether you're in a relationship or not, it seems like you need to do some meditating and set aside some time for yourself so that you can really get to the root of things and figure out where you really want to be. Because it's not good to be in a situation while not knowing whether you want to be in it or not. So sometimes you got to go off to yourself to decide. And everybody's not with that break shit. So if you're going to take a break, be clear, be concise, be transparent, and if you know that on this break, you're going to be in and out of people's bed, say that. And try to wear a condom or try to be safe. But if you know that during this break, you're going to stay to yourself, be humble, sit down, chill out, be safe. But I don't think that the break is going to go well if you are in a relationship. I don't think they're going to take it well, as it is basically a sign of, it is a sign of the times if you do want to take a break from your partner. But honestly, be transparent And don't be messy, because we've already had enough of that this year, Cancer. It's going to backfire on you if you try to use this break as a manipulation or to triangulate anybody else into your situation. You're going to lose everybody again. You've been through it before. So, yeah, you've already been through a situation like this before. You do it over and over again. This is what you do. But you can't celebrate a situation because it looks insane after a while. As you get older and you keep going through the same exact formula, it's you, it's not them. You can't blame it on anyone else. So if you continue down this line and you don't set aside any time to really work on yourself, you're going to continue this cycle and you're going to end up alone. I'm trying to help. Okay, Cancer? So take what resonates, and sure, you could celebrate, but try not to drag people over the coals while you figure your life out. Okay? Because for some reason, Cancers need to witness someone in agony before they can make a decision. I have no idea why. It's like they have to see someone bleeding for them to feel like someone cares. And that is not okay. That is so toxic, Cancer. That is very toxic. People can care without bleeding. I'm just saying. All right, Cancer. That was that for you. We're going to do Leo. Hello, big cats. Hello, big cats. Hello, 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 hello. I see your dry eyes. Hello, hello. I've taken your lies. Hello, hello. And now I despise. I see it in your eyes. Hello, hello, and goodbye. Hello and goodbye. Hello and goodbye. Hello. Ooh, why did that turn upside down? So it's got the Page of Cups at the bottom. I'm not pulling these cards, but Leo, really? And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles upside down. So you're not giving money. You're being stingy right now. Knight of Pentacles, you're usually right in on your saddle and you come in and you settle things or you do something with this money. It's not that you're saving anything. You set things up with this money. Because if it was a white horse, you'd be a savior. But this is a black horse, which means you're a maverick. So you're like, you're doing something. So are you gambling, Leo? What are you doing? Georgette. Who's Georgette? Is that the accent? When I do the country thing? Now, yeah, I'll say so. Knight of Pentacles. So there's a Leo that is upside down. Is because he's using money to manipulate situations, and he's like, his money is his motive. And either he's gambling or he's taking chances on something and he's using money to do it. And it's about money. It's really all about money. This person has not a heart at all. Wow. Leo, what's good? Why are you so disconnected from your heart? Did someone hurt you to the point where you're just not dealing with romantic matters? Everything is basically about $1. Okay. So we've got the Prince upside down. He came out upside down as the King of Cups. So either no money or you lost some money. It's something about money and not having a lot of it or enough of it or trying to manipulate more. So I was just talking about that prison stuff. Is someone like on the pipeline of prison? What are they doing? They're manipulating a lot of money. There's a lot of money. And there's heartache and there's agony and there's anxiety. There's a lot going on. It's pulling on a heartstring. So you might not be in love, but it's this damn money that's really about to give you a damn heart attack. So it's affecting your health. Whatever it is, it's stressing you out enough to be health. So we've got this 5 of Cups here, and there are 3 cups that are spilt over. There are 2 that we're betting on. So we're at our last. We're down to the bottom of the base right here. So what's going on? Whatever's going on, it's actually about to be male energy, Jupiter energy, Scorpio energy. So yikes. There's a big financial loss coming up if it hasn't already happened, and someone's trying to hold on to what they got so that they can rebuild again. This is the rain in their life. This is basically passing through the shadow of the valley of death. So they've got to get through this hard time and get their money back up. Maybe you spent too much for Christmas. Maybe someone stole. Maybe you did gamble and you lost. Maybe there was a football game. You made a wager. You made a friendly wager that turned evil. Maybe you met up with somebody and you took a chance with them, and now that chance is spiraling out of control because the third party now wants to be known. They want to do this Barbara Shirley shit. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but they want to be known. I don't know, but someone took a chance, and that chance is very dicey. It's like messing up a prenup or messing up a contract or not being able to fill or writing a check a person can't cash. Leo, get it together because this is not the time. This is the beginning of the year. This is tax season, and you need to get your paperwork together. And someone's going to find out where all that money got misappropriated at. And I don't know. Are you allowed to file taxes on losses from the casino or parlays or whatever? I don't know, but definitely keep a record of your spending, what goes in, what goes out, because you'll know what happens if you end up in the black. If you end up in the black, that's great. But if you end up in the red, we know that this decision wasn't a well-informed decision that you made. You made it on the fly. You made it on the fly, and you were being very impulsive, and you were being very selfish when you made this monetary decision because you have a family. You have a family. So your wife finds out and she gets proof of this shit. That is financial abuse. And if your husband finds out that you've been using this money to go and see your side clip, that is financial abuse as well. And you're not supposed to be taking money away from your household. So you better make sure you ain't got no paper trail, because this is what it is. They'll find it. In today's date, everybody's a damn detective. They'll find it. Hi, good morning. Hi. All right, that was Leo. Get your stuff in order. And yeah, be aware of your ledgers. Tax season is coming. All right. Hope that you find yourself in the black and not the red. All right. Physical, physical, physical. And I'm not talking PH physical. I'm talking FI. Physical, financial. Good morning, good morning, good morning to my Leos. Virgo, we are in here. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up? What's good? What's up? What's good? With your mean self. All right, Virgo. It's not so much that you're mean, it's that you're business minded and you're a bit dry, which makes you a little weird. Cut 400. Cut 400. I don't know you cut 400, but I'll breathe in your energy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Well, you're definitely somewhat shy. Either you're shy or you're trying to reject mystery, whatever. You seem to be a bit of a trickster spirit or something. You got Scorpio in your chart, court 400, but you also got some air. You play too much too. I'm doing Virgo right now, but I'm talking about King cut 400. Cut 400 got Scorpio in his chart, but he's got some air in there too. And he plays a lot. Plays a lot. Shit. There you go, Virgo. The devil. That is so embarrassing. Virgo. What are you obsessed about? Something you're obsessed about. I don't know if you're obsessed about business. It's a heavy burden you're going through. Okay, Virgo? All right. And then there's a lot of things, a lot of possibilities. So you're obsessed about things being up in the air. You have no control of anything. And that is not okay for Virgo. Oh, shucks. So you ain't got no control of everything. Everything is basically out of your hands at this point in time. You've carried the burden as far as you can. So now it is for you to sit still. By the way, you are obsessed about something. It's something that you're overthinking about, or it's something that you are absolutely obsessed about. It's something that you are harping on, Virgo. And there's a very heavy burden that you've been carrying all the way until the end of this year. That is a 6. That is Capricorn. That is Sagittarius. That is Sagittarius. 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 That's fire, fire, and earth. Fire and earth. And Virgo is an earth sign. Ha 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 ha. Fire to earth, scorch the earth, clay brick. Oh, you hard headed. There's a hard-headed Virgo. There's possibilities. Oh, there's the amount of possibilities. There's 8 possibilities to be exact. And the crazy part about it is you so hard-headed because there's fire and earth. And what do fire and earth do? They make clay. They either make clay so that you can build, or they make bricks. And what you do with a brick when you have a house, if you build a strong house foundation, or you find somebody to hit in the head with it. So what are you going to do, Virgo? Are you going to build, or are you going to tear down? It's really up to you, and the possibilities are here for you, Virgo. So it's really, 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 really up to Virgo if they're going to build, or they're going to tear down. I know a lot of Virgos, and I know a lot of Virgos who build to tear down. They get obsessed with one thing. They get obsessed with a person. They get obsessed with an idea. They get obsessed with something, and the situation gets to the point sometimes where it tears them apart from the inside out. So Virgo, I suggest you not be so obsessive, because if you do not step out of the situation, the situation will consume you. You will turn inside on your own self. You will turn in on yourself if you don't come out of this obsession. The possibilities are endless. But the fact that you are so obsessed and trying to control something, it will not be a good outcome for you. And you really need to pay mind to your health. This can cause you headaches. This can cause you tension. This can cause you heart fog. This can give you a damn stroke or a heart attack. I suggest you push back. I just was talking about Gemini. I just told you about Gemini. Cut 400. I just told you about Gemini. Gemini is the magician. They actually have everything good going on right now. It's just that they have to pay attention, because there are people who want to take that situation away from Gemini. They do not want to see Gemini in a abundant space. It's up to Gemini to create that boundary and to keep that space. Already did Cancer. Cancer is going through something right now. They have to cut a lot of things off. And so does Virgo. Libra, they have a chance at something. But definitely with this Virgo right here, there's a Virgo that is obsessed with an outcome, and they're going to put themselves, they're gonna hurt themselves trying to manipulate and maneuver this situation. They're definitely not going to go well if they don't take a seat and stop obsessing and stop trying to control things, because this is a very heavy burden. I'm trying not to show you the devil card, because everybody's always naked on the devil card. You see that? Man and woman. Devil card. It looks like a Baphomet, which is the duality. How people be smiling in your face and lying. You're a Cancer and you're in a relationship with a Gemini. Okay, so the crybaby bully stuff will probably not work with the Gemini in this season, because we are aware, and Geminis can go from emotional to non-emotional, and a Cancer will exhaust a Gemini very, very fast. A Cancer will emotionally exhaust the Gemini to the point where the Gemini will actually have to flip to the other side. You ever see a person run out of the cold on a pillow, and then they got to flip that pillow? That's how a Gemini is. If you emotionally exhaust the Gemini, you will eventually receive the cold in the end of a Gemini. And because a Cancer is basically has to be the recipient of one side or the other, they don't give a shit what side it is. They just want it, even if they don't like it. It becomes a push and a pull. So For me, myself personally, I try to stay away from water signs mostly, but cancers is a special situation because where a cancer can at a point be everything emotionally for a Gemini, they will exhaust the Gemini if they try to use those feelings to control a Gemini. So as a cancer, if you're a cancer, I suggest you look at all your chart and start trying to identify with the rest of the planets, because if you stay in cancer energy all the time, you will exhaust your Gemini and you'll end up not liking your Gemini, and your Gemini won't end up exactly not liking you. They'll probably end up in a state of blank. They'll end up in a state of erasing you. And I don't say it with malice, because this is the way a Gemini goes back to reset. They'll just erase you. They'll have a mental funeral, and the only guest will be invited is you, because they won't even go to that funeral. They'll just picture that ceremony happening, and they won't go. Like, you won't get even a mental dove ceremony. They won't stay for the dirt. They'll just be like, oh, they had a funeral. Like, really, it'll just be like that. Like, okay, they died. And then it'll be that. So, yeah. So be mindful of how you push and pull on a Gemini, because we have personalities. We have a way in which we could see everything. We could see why you stayed and we could see why you leave, but we cannot and will not compromise with all the other shit. Like, either you staying or you leaving, but we're not going to have my air running with the door open. If you get what I'm saying. Like, you got to pick a place, because you have to understand, Gemini is already picking places for themselves. They're picking 6 to 12 places for themselves. So when you constantly need to be placed somewhere, we might just delegate that shit to you. Hey, go find some shit to do. I'm busy. And then you can't be sensitive when that happens, because I'm so known for that. So I know if you got a Gemini, they go from being the thing that brought you over there to being the thing that sent your ass away. So be mindful that you need to be able to identify with your other coping skills and personalities, just like Gemini. So Cancer does have a thug side, and it's crazy because they saved the thug side for outside. Try being as dual as your Gemini, and you might be liked a lot longer. I don't know, because Cancers have burnt me out. I ain't gonna lie. So I don't know what you do with yours. Every Gemini isn't the same, and some are different. You know, some people are willing to endure all sorts of crap to be in a relationship. Me, myself, not so much. So it all depends on where you are. Okay. So yeah, while we were doing this Virgo, yeah, the Virgo and the control and the obsession and the needing to let things go, that's you all. Hopefully you got it. Are you a different kind of Cancer? I won't say that it's not, because there are 12 degrees, and guess what? We don't know what your planetary alignment is. See, you might be a Cancer, but you might have a very dominant side outside of Cancer. So that's good. Well, I'm glad you're subscribed. I want to know more about you, because you're asking like really interesting questions. Well, you know the questions to ask. So you know what? Here's the thing. Don't tell me, but cut 4. Let's say, what is your mom's zodiac sign and what's your dad's zodiac sign? Figure that out. And then figure what, the personalities that go with their signs. And you may be able to find out what your dominant sign is. Me, myself, I have a Pisces, Leo parent combination. So as the Pisces, they run deep and they're water signs. By the way, I really don't like Pisces that much, but they also say that A lot of times you're not going to like things. Oh, so you do have an interesting Scorpio, Gemini, and you're a Cancer. You might not even act like a Cancer. So that's interesting. You see what I'm saying? So this is good. So I hope everybody sees this. I am a Gemini that came from a Pisces and a Leo. He is a Cancer that came from a Scorpio and a Gemini. That matters because Scorpio is passionate while Gemini is perplexed, complex. They have, yeah. Right. So you would come off as like maybe the Tupac Cancer in a lot of situations, but you're still a Cancer nonetheless. And Tupac had a very emotional side that actually made him more aggressive. It did not make him more understanding. It actually made him more aggressive. So we have to be mindful of what we have in our charts. So when your Scorpio side comes in and it's from your mom, you have to be mindful of the feminine aspect and the passionate aspect of your mother's traits in which you got. And when the Gemini comes in, you have to think about the duality and the mutable part about your father. Your father used to go from one emotion to the next very interchangeably and easy because that's how he functioned. You understand? So that's how it goes. I haven't been on Instagram for a while, but I've got, well, I think it's straight champagne and champagne. Just Google it. It's up there. I do have my Facebook open right now, but I don't be on there. I only used it to repost. But yeah, for the most part, I'm only on YouTube actively right now. I'll go back on Instagram after the stalkers clear out because it's wild. It got wild. The last year got wild. I had stalkers, ex-boyfriends, people trying to defame my character. I'm still trying to find out exactly who was trying to do it because I don't follow people and I don't go through their pages. So once I find out who was actually directly doing that, yeah. Okay, so cool. I'll catch you when you come back. All right, later. So yeah, if you are in the chat and you understand, like your parents' zodiacs actually help with finding out your personality medium. You know, in math, you add up all that's on the board and then you find the mode by the time you separate. And you actually have to pay attention to your pattern of things. And you should write down some of your personality things that you think are standoutish. Write them down and you will find your planetary alignment if you just pay attention to the astrological signs, the personality signs, and then the actual signs. Everything aligns. Everything in correlations. Yeah, so yeah. Back over. We're finished with Virgo. Now we're going to go into Libra. How are you? My wife, mom, a Gemini, and her dad is a Sag. So you've got a double Gemini in your home. Her dad is a Sag, and you know, Sag is the mirror sign to a Gemini. So you've got a double a double Gemini. You've got a double Gemini, especially if she's a Gemini and you said her mom's a Gemini and her dad's a Sag. So you've got a great one. I think you've got a great one. You just have to know how to apply it. You have to know how to apply it. And for Gemini, no 2 days are the same. So definitely spontaneity, touching, no touching, talks, silliness, fun for no good reason at all, holding a crayon for no good reason at all, like random shit. We love random stuff. Random gifts. It doesn't need to be a special day, just random stuff. It doesn't have to be big. It would be nice if it was big sometimes, but sometimes just like a note. Like we go from extreme to very, very simple, and all of it needs to be present. Not just one thing. All of it needs to be present because wouldn't you feel bad if everything was the same way every single day? Like, yeah, this is basically how we feel. We want just as much variation as you, if not more. It's just that it's even cooler when you have one person who's dedicated to your differences and vice versa. It's that now that's an awesome marriage. Like a person that's dedicated to the differences of you, that means that that person loves you 360. Definitely. Especially when you pass gas. And they don't make a big stink out of it. Pun very much intended. So I'm hoping that you have a great one, and I hope this helps you. I hope this gets you like more shoulder rubs, more long looks, more understanding, less snapping. I hope this gets you good food and more quiet time. And yeah, just the stuff that you need that lets you be a human being in your relationship. What am I doing with these cards? Shuffling. Can't show you this card too long. But yeah, this is the star card, which is Aquarius. So I just was actually shaping up to do Libra. So yeah, this is what I'm doing. So there's obsession and then there's the star. So someone's obsessed with the star, and that's for Libra. Wow. So either someone's obsession is making them a star or making this person a star, or they're obsessed with the star. Someone's a star in someone's eyes. Okay, Libra, let's go. Hanged one. So there's stagnation. There's somebody who cannot move because they're just stuck. I hope they're not stuck on stupid. I did see in the movie Box Trolls that there's a transgender in the movie Box Trolls, Mrs. Prue, and Mrs. Prue is actually the villain in the movie and has the whole village fooled to think that the Box Trolls are murderous disease things, right? And Mrs. Prue, aka the villain, the guy, I forget what his name was, he stole a very infamous and rich baby from an inventor because he wanted the inventor to build him a machine of mass destruction. The message is just coming off my head. I'm trying to tell you. He wanted them to build a weapon of mass destruction. So in order to get the scientist to do what he wanted, he stole the guy's child and said he would never, or he would do something to the child if he didn't build the weapon. In the course of him imprisoning this guy, this is how he had the guy's father. He gave the rich child, he put the child in the sewer, not knowing that there was a species down there that would take care of the child. He didn't care what happened to the child. All he knew was that he needed to have the child away from the father in order to leverage it against the father, to have the father build the weapon of mass destruction. However, the father was kept like this. So he said that he left him upside down so that it could scramble his brain, so that he would never be able to tell what was happening to him and what he had tried to build and what he was building. Keep that in mind. But Mrs. Prue was actually the same guy, and he used himself as well. He used the character of Mrs. Prue to fool the mayor of the city. And the mayor of the city, good morning, Robert, how are you? And the mayor of the city believed him and was protecting him while he was doing all this bad stuff to the city that they were living in. He was using the money and the resources from the citizens. He was using taxes, and he was also fear mongering in the city in order to get these people to give money. Hence Brandon Scott and the rest of our delegates or whatever. So we've got this going on. So I don't know if they're doing another Trayvon Scott farce using some of us in the city. Me too. I don't know if there are some bigwigs that are using the justice system, the law, the money, the government to finagle some stuff. I don't know why these messages come through Box Trolls. So maybe this is what Baltimore looks like because everybody keeps stealing the damn Amazon packages. Box Trolls. Somebody watch this movie so this can stop coming through. It was a trans something. I'm going to call it that. It was a transgender man who basically served the city through the municipals. He was supposed to be the exterminator, the pest getting aways. And just watch the movie. I can't do this because it seems like I've been talking about it in pieces all year. There are higher ups that are using all of this chaos, the Amazon stealing, the murders, the robberies. They're using this to cover up, and they're also using it for the money. It's like between sexuality, marriage, contracts, religion, and everything going on, it's something being done. It's being done in this area. And it tastes like soap right now. So maybe somebody's cussing a lot, or somebody's mouth need to be washed out with soap, or somebody needs to cleanse their soul. Because I don't know why I'm getting this. And I was just trying to do Libra's reading. Somebody is into some real heavy stuff, and somebody is about to get exposed and in trouble. And this character is upside down and stagnant for some reason, Libra. And Libra is supposed to be the card of justice. Oh my gosh, I'm an air trine. Libra is supposed to be a justice, blah, 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 blah. And here go the daggone Triton, and that's King Neptune, and that's 1, 2, 3. That's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and that's the 12 energy, which is the energy of 3. And the energy of 3 kept coming out yesterday, and somebody's life path number is a 3. And I wish it get out my energy. It's a little annoying. It made me raise my voice a little bit. I don't like when this energy comes through. It's also a Taurus day. This is the last day in Taurus. I think this is the 30th. Yeah, this is the last day in Taurus. So Gemini is definitely up next. Robert Lawrence, you over there playing with something or something? What is going on? But I tell you, somebody about to get in trouble, and it's about some bread. It ain't about no $5, $10 either. I feel like somebody is about to get in trouble. Somebody has been embezzling, stealing, fraud, scamming, something. Because I could feel it. And it's on my tongue, too. Because I was speaking just fine. Shoot. I know. The thing just said I'm live. I think I just had to reconnect or something. Queen of Pentacles. Didn't I tell you? And then somebody vain. Somebody vain, full of themselves, and they selfish, and they trying to take everything. I don't know if it's a baby mother or a baby daddy or a baby mother or a baby daddy, but this is a Libra situation. It's supposed to be justice. It's a trine energy. It's a trine energy, King Neptune. So it's deep, deep, deep in the water, and somebody's got the crown, and it's like somebody is full of themselves, and they selfish, and they trying to take it all. And then it's the King of Wands upside down. So this man have no control, but this woman do. And it ain't for the better. It's a woman out here that's keeping things in limbo because she wants everything. And she's selfish. And she wants everything. She don't care. She wants everything. And it's a King of Wands. And he can't even wand. He can't, like, he been so demasculated. He been so emasculated. His thing don't even work right. He's not even sure he's a man at this point. He just fighting for the sake of fighting. Poor Libra. Or Libra energy. Or whatever's going on. It's jacked up, whatever's going on. And this person is in control. This might be a woman that's got her masculine. Who's very masculine. And she likes the control, and she's very vain, and she likes to act feminine, but she's very masculine and greedy. And this is a man who wants to be a man, but he can't be a man because, yeah, he done been emasculated. Even if he emasculated himself, jumping through hoops for a woman that can never be satisfied. You done chopped off your own stuff. You done circumcise your own self trying to make this person happy. It's important when you run into a person who have demasculated themselves trying to make a woman that can't be happy happy, stay away from him because he'll try to humble you because he couldn't humble her. And that's dangerous. Nope, don't know about it. Did you create it? I wouldn't buy it. Bye. Anyway. Or, here's the thing. You might be one of these whole ass niggas I just got finished talking about. Don't know. It's like a sting. It was like a little slap, like. It was like swatting a fly. Ooh. All right, so that was Libra. Let's get out of there. Okay, let's go Scorpio. Let's go Scorpio. Let's go. Woo, woo. Let's go Scorpio. Let's go. Woo, woo. All right, Scorpio, how you doing, honey? How you doing, honey? I hope you're going through a better season. Because between Cancer and Pisces, y'all shiesty. What's going on with Scorpio? Damn, left 3 cards on the board. Is that 5? Or is that 4? Whoa, that's a lot. I'm going to put that back. Even though it do start off with the King of Pentacles, I'm just look at them. Seems like we'll be holding on. We'll be watching our money. Like I've been saying for Scorpio for the last week or two. We'll be watching our money and watching our peoples because people be trying to play and finagle and move your money around and they hoping you're not paying attention. Okay. Justice back out. Justice back out. Are you a Scorpio, Libra, cusp? Empress. Okay, so maybe you are pregnant or pregnant with an idea. Magician. So you read almost like the Gemini. Cut 400. Yeah, that's you. All right, so we got Justice, Empress, and Magician. All right. So for the Scorpio, you are basically connected to a Gemini, like we knew. There's justice coming out. There's either pregnant with an idea, a business, or pregnant. Somebody's very fertile, whether it be with an idea or a baby. And there's the Magician. So you definitely have the manifestations together. You are basically in your energy, you're in your power, and you can go forward and make your life what you need it to be, Scorpio, at this time. You have the resources. It might not be a lot of money, but it's enough to get where you need to go. So you are able to move forward, Scorpio, which is good for you. I like your energy. Hopefully you actually invest in this new idea because it is coming. If it has not come yet, it is on the way and you will be okay. There is justice for you, Scorpio. Enjoy. I like it. I love it. I love it for you, Scorpio. Next, we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, stand up. Please stand up because we started in Pisces. Okay? So now we are in Sagittarius. Good morning, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is my twin sign. I am a Gemini and Sagittarius is the twin sign. Yeah. All right. Good morning. They try to say Capricorn is our twin sign, but if you're a cusper, you get to pick. You got 4 signs if you're a cusper, okay? The opposite sign and the cusp sign that goes with it is yours. If you are born on the 20th, the 21st, or the 22nd, you are a cusper, okay? Just know, the closer you are to the end and the edges of a sign makes you more of a cusper. So you may have more than one sign to identify with. Closer to it, even as far as the 24th, because some of us were kind of lazy. I was supposed to be born on the 22nd. I was born on the 24th. So I am still considered a cusper energetically. Hope that explains things. Okay. All right, Scorpio, step up. Let's go. We've been on here for 2 hours. That is a new high for me because I don't like to talk that long. All right, we've got Empress. We still got some fertility, some great ideas. That was Sagittarius because we just did Scorpio. And for some reason, Sagittarius has the same thing, but it's a twin sign, so it isn't far-fetched. And then we've got the Seven of Cups. That's the only different card in this deck, in this pool, because it was Empress and then the Justice and the Seven of Cups. So, Sagittarius, look out. Here we come. Not only will you be fertile with new ideas, justice will come for you, and then there will be blessings. You are envisioning opportunities and blessings. Just be mindful because there is a snake and there is some manipulation going on. And that's just specifically for you, Sagittarius. Be mindful that someone does not take your idea or try to reverse your fertility or try to steal your justice or your outcome, or you may actually have to worry about going to, hold up. Oh, whatever this bright idea might take you to court. So be mindful. Hopefully you got a lawyer. You got riches and things on your mind, but I'm seeing the snake and the manipulation very, 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 very clearly above all these other things. I see a house, I see a win, I see romance, I see partying, I see riches, but I also see the snake. I see manipulation as well. I see trickery. So yeah, Sagittarius, even though you are connected to Gemini and you might have an idea, there might be abundance and you might get equal give and take. Be mindful that someone is in the midst that might change these things for you. So basically, we're on the fence. Things can go left or right. It is definitely up to you. So use your discernment going forward. Sagittarius, there is an opportunity for you to go forward if things are done in a right way. If not, things will definitely not go good and all your hopes and dreams will go up in smoke. All right? Have a great one. Hope this helps. Definitely pay attention. Strength and resilience. You might have to be strong while these changes come, and you do need to create a barrier. Okay, Sagittarius, hope this helps. It's not that I don't like your spread. It's just that your spread depends on how you do. It really depends on if you do the right things and you take this opportunity or whatever this idea is seriously, if you take this investment seriously. But honestly, I really do think you're going to be in court. Make sure you have a lawyer and don't be delusional, okay? If it's not for you, it's not for you. If it is for you, it will be for you, but you have to move right. You can't be out here living shady and expecting great results, okay? So hope this helps, Sagittarius. All right, Capricorn, step up because Aquarius is last. Hi, Capricorn, how are you? Hopefully you're having a good time this year. I do have to apologize to a Capricorn. Honestly, I thought it was you, Capricorn, but honestly, now having the hindsight of things, they might have just put you in it to make it seem like it was your fault. So I do apologize to that Capricorn, and I hope all is well. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Now, Capricorn, how are you? To the ones who I don't know, how are you? Do I have a Gabe owner's card or is a Gab owner's card? I haven't the slightest idea. Does that JB stand for John Brown or Jeffrey Black or the other thing? I'll look it up later. What is it? Where's my pen? I had my pen out. Oh, here it is. 40. Okay, got it. All right. I don't look up most people because they're not that important, but I'll look it up. Oh, yeah, I'll look up this one too because I don't look up you guys. I don't. I forget all about you guys, honestly, when I get off. So, yeah, let's get back on to Capricorn. How are you? When I get off, I'm going to make me another cup of hot coffee because I ruined it talking to you all. Kept having to heat it up, so I got to make me a fresh cup of hot coffee. But I'm not going to put any condensed milk in it. I'm going to actually have some black coffee with sugar. No cream. Not even condensed milk. The second one shouldn't be that bad because I'm going to be using the bathroom for the rest of the day because I drink so much coffee because it's a diuretic. What did I say? Did somebody upset about my coffee stuff? Not even gonna look at these. I'm just gonna put it back. All right, Cap, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Sometimes I do get a little relieved when nobody's in a room and they allow me to read, because I just know somebody's thinking of something asinine to type up sometimes. And I'm glad when I see it coming and then it doesn't come. Wheel of Fortune, which is something that is nice. This is Capricorn. So somebody's got a pick. They've got a pick. Capricorn, you might be in a very good portal. We do have 12/12 approaching. 12/12 is, the next month portal, the double doubles. So this is the Wheel of Fortune, and it's Jupiter, and it's a 10. It's a full 10. It's a full wish fulfillment for you. So Capricorn, make a wish. This is for you. It's crazy that Capricorn is getting this. All right, Capricorn, the Knight of Swords. Have you been sleeping? Are you going through insomnia right now? Sometimes having a lot of motion and having a lot of options, or just having a blank slate, can cause a Capricorn a bit of anxiety. So are you up? Are you losing sleep? What's going on? Maybe you should invest in a massage or something, take a nice long walk to where you can reflect. So Capricorn, what's going on? You've got the Gemini energy. You have Venus energy. You have some things going on. There's deep water. So you're deep in your thoughts and you're reflecting. I think you're going through your life. I think you're actually taking recon of your life and your life's experiences right now. And I think some of it disturbs you. Sorry, that's disturbing you like that, because I see this figure is not getting a lot of sleep, Capricorn. If something's worrying you and you're not getting enough sleep, maybe it's time to talk to someone about it. Maybe it's time to start writing it down and reflecting. Capricorn, what's going on? Are you going through like seasonal depression? Did something happen during this season? Was this a big milestone for you in this time of year? Or is it like a midlife crisis or crisis? Because we're entering your birthday season. Do you get sad around your birthday season? Because I feel a heaviness. And if so, I mean, it's cold, and I understand some people feel a little drained from in the cold weather. They can't get as happy, and that's the seasonal depression that usually comes during the holidays. And if you're used to having a big to do for your birthday and you're not close to your loved ones, or you don't have the person that you want, it's time to deal with that. It's time to write down a plan. It's time to figure out how you're going to approach this thing, because if you let it grow, it's only going to get worse, and it's going to create a lot of resentment in you. And it's going to make interactions with the people that you do know a little weird, because you might get upset when they have social gatherings and you don't. You might get upset when you think about how much they're in proximity to a friend or someone to talk to, or a child, or a peer, period. Or, if you're retired, or, you're, just in an introvert for any reason, sometimes seeing other people interact might give you, a bit of a feeling. It might make you feel a little bit of a way. So I suggest you find a community to join, whether it be a church or a class or do it yourself, some type of group, something to include yourself in that won't leave you so left out. If you feel in that way, Capricorn, because I do feel some type of energy of just like loneliness and isolation and things of that nature. And if you don't like being isolated, find something to do. Find plays. There are plays. There are shows. There are raffles you can give away to the homeless if that fills your heart. Volunteer somewhere, but find something that keeps you from feeling this heavy feeling. Even if it's like your favorite show, take up coloring, painting, something that creates a distraction, a small distraction for you. If you don't have anything heavy at hand to handle, something that keeps you in the loop of things. So yeah, that's the Wheel of Fortune. I really feel like someone's going through a life change, and it might be a little difficult because it causes anxiety and maybe some sleepless nights. But this too shall pass. A lot of people go through seasonal depression, and it's not uncommon, especially for a Capricorn, especially in the colder seasons when people are not out as much. People are getting sick. People can't travel. People have other prior engagements that they had to deal with, and based on your family structure, you may not be able to visit, or they may not be able to visit you when you kind of want that attention or need that attention. So you have to find other things. So I also have to do it. Find new friend groups. Find more friend groups. I'm kind of good with or without, but some people really need community in order to survive. And if you stay too long without community, we don't know what that looks like for some people. Some people really thrive in community. Some people really need it, and they haven't, all for the sake of looking tough, that they really haven't reached out. They want to seem like they got it okay. They're pretending, but they really do need community. I suggest you stop pretending and reach out. There's someone who's like-minded. Just don't creep them out with thinking that you have to be romantic. Don't creep them out with thinking that there needs to be an intimacy there. Sometimes intimacy is just being able to talk without, judgment, or being able to have a give and take in a conversation. That's the true intimacy, being able to discover a person's mind without fear of judgment, or with fear out of a language barrier or cultural barrier, with someone accepting of the barrier and willing to dismantle the barrier. A lot of times sex can create a barrier. Someone sitting there thinking that that's all you're going to want from them, that can create a barrier. Or somebody sitting there thinking that that's all they want, that can create a barrier. So try to keep the X out of it and let that happen naturally. Let the person be mutually into that thing, or into that conversation, or give time. Because even if you guys are mutually into that, if you don't know that person, you don't know that person's real name, you don't know that person's last name, you don't know if that person can spaz out on you, or that person has like what Ted Bundy tendencies and things of that nature. Let's do the real intimacy again, which is really just learning people again. Like, I think kids they're doing the real intimacy. They're learning, they're looking at their fingers, they're able to see you as a person before they even realize, hey, that's a girl, oh shit, that's a guy. Like, remember that? Remember we used to all be like unisex hanging out together, and sex was like looked at as ill until we understood it. Like, those days were kind of cool. Where we weren't like bogged down with the parts that were covered in our pants. Like, the worst you had to worry about was somebody talking about your corduroys, not your like part. Like, bring back the days of zoop zoop zoop. Corduroys were fun. Like or like turtlenecks, where you feel like you're going to choke yourself out you're trying to get in and out of a shirt. Like, boy, we used to have some really good stuff to worry about. This shit is for the birds. So yeah, Capricorn, I hope you find your tribe, your soul tribe, people who really love you and don't use you and keep you up at night worried about how they might see you or perceive you. And you're not seeking validation, and you're not like bad talking yourself or allowing people to play in your face. So yeah, Capricorn, I pray for your community within yourself and from the inside out. You don't need validation. You need support and acceptance. And if they can't support and accept, I hope that you can support and accept yourself. This is what I wish for you. Yep. For everybody. Yeah. Okay, so let's go. All right, Capricorn. We're going over to Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. We are my last one. Good morning, Aquarius. Aquarius. I think I'm going to end up with a person who has like Aquarius in their chart and definitely some Scorpio. I think that's the only water sign I can really, really, really get into. It's a Scorpio. And then for some reason Virgos like me until they find out that they like me, and then they find a reason to hate me because liking me is too tumultuous for them. So Tauruses usually like me too, but then it gets a bit extreme with them as well. Capricorns are okay, but they fight so hard at having a big heart. It's like it takes a long time. So it's like, but definitely, I think Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio. Yeah, I don't know if I can deal with an Aries. They make me think I have to save up bail or something. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. And then I honestly think that if I got with an Aries would go opposite. I think an Aries would want me to be the dominant one. Like I honestly met an Aries, and I think he wanted me to like tie him up and beat him up. Like, but it was like a conversation that never happened. So I don't know. It's just something I thought and something he never said. But it was something about the way he acted and the way he told me his mother was really, really aggressive. Yeah, I think that guy, he may not know it, but he's definitely into like the domination thing or something. Yeah, but yeah, whatever. Okay, so Aquarius, how are you? Good morning. Oh yeah, I forgot to be loud. Aquarius is like it. Hey, Aquarius, get up! Hi. Yeah, I got too much energy. You want me to go to sleep? No, no, no. I think if I had an Aquarius husband, he would at least have to get me from jumping on the bed next to him at least twice a year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I jump on the bed. Whoop. Little childish sometimes. I'm so serious all the time that I deserve a childish moment. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Aquarius. All right, I done woke you up a couple times. Now get up, get the eye boogies out your eye. Don't breathe because the breath be breathing. Hi, Aquarius. How are you? Hi. Aisha Pinchatush. Sisha's Torch. Ooh. And 5 of Cups. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the 6 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. Aquarius, you're taking your money, leaving, and you don't care. You're smoldering and you're mean. Yeah. And there's the heart in your hand. These are 6 of Swords. This is like the cutoff and the travel away. I don't know if you got custody of the kid or somebody else has custody of the kid. But you've taken a hold of your pentacles. You're in your feelings because of the water. There's green, kind of not grounded, just kind of going on a whim. There's a swift cutoff. Families involved. You don't care. Damn, I'm even doing it in your energy. Like, you're like, blah. 5 of Cups. Who cares? You were passionate at one time, but now you're trying to figure out like where's the passion, and it's like all this water. It's like nothing but water, and all three cups it's water, 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 water. So you're deeply emotional while basically still being an asshole, and everybody's just gotta wade through the water until you figure this one out. And you need your space. So Aquarius, you need your space. You need to save up. This is season, so you're probably trying to get everything rounded out and trying to end up with some overtime or whatever, but it's over for the shits and giggles. Something is coming to an end. You'll be traveling away from it, or at least taking a break, or getting some air, and you're going to make a decision. You're going to make a decision, Aquarius. This is a lot of water. You're the water barrier. You're the water bearer. So you carry a lot. You carry a lot. You're financially responsible for a lot. You carry a lot. You're responsible for a lot. Even though you are the star, and some people take advantage of the fact that you're the star. They use you. They like the fact that you are the star. They reinforce the fact that you are the star because they benefit from your star power. Even if they don't tell you it, even if they don't give you your flowers, they benefit from you being important. They benefit from you having an important job or an important position. They benefit from your position in life. And this is what you're tired of. You are probably looking to change your way of life. You're probably looking to go in hermit mode. Either way, there's a bridge. And there's a bridge from one side to the next. And you don't know whether you want to be busy or whatever, but you know that this shit ain't it. It ain't it. It ain't it, Aquarius. And yeah, I know. It ain't it. You go through this a lot. This is your time of the year to go through this. So, and this is the great time to go through this because we're in hermit mode. You saved up all year. You know what you got. You've got some empty cups now. So this year probably wasn't the best for you, but 2026 is supposed to be better for us if we apply ourselves. So I say, Aquarius, this shit ain't it. You do what you have to do. You have a decision to make. You need to find better grounding. Whatever this family dynamic is right now is not conducive to your growth. So you have to revamp. It's time for you to revamp. Okay. So I hope this helps, Aquarius. I hope this helps my whole collective. I hope this helps all my friends and them. Hope you stay in love. Hope you pay your bills. Hope you get rid of your haters, or at least identify them so that you could relocate. Hope you find the hair that you like or the color that makes you pop like this. You know. Um, I will say that whoever's trying to destiny swap should stop because you're going to mess around and swap out some really bad energy, just like Brene did. Like, see, Kira didn't have a lot of karma, and Brene already had a lot of karma from her intentions that she already had. So when she did the swap with Akira, she basically took on everything that Akira probably would have had to go through if she would have stayed in that relationship with Tim. So congratulations, Renee, for taking the trash out for Akira so that she could actually have a real life and a real husband. And shout out to you for relaxing and relating and releasing and letting that shit go. Shout out to your new husband. And yeah, I wish Renee the best because that wasn't a great decision. And yeah, that whole Tim thing. Yeah, that wasn't it. Yeah, so have a great one. A great one. And enjoy yourselves. Yeah, yeah. Happy Taco Tuesday.